Do you want to know the secrets of Goldbach? In a previous video, I showed you the hidden dealing ranges. In this video, I'm going to show you the stacked Goldbach dealing ranges. This will be a simpler way to visualize the hidden Goldbach dealing ranges. If you are brand new to Goldbach, then please click on the video in the top right to understand the fundamentals before you go into this advanced teaching. So this is GBP USD, but obviously Goldbach works across all assets. Let me clear this up first. The first thing you need to understand when it comes to Goldbach is which power of 3 dealing range the higher time frame is executing on. So I know on the daily time frame, we are running on the 729. So as you clearly can see, we ran the stop losses below the extension, and then we rode it up to the high. So this is the low of the dealing range, the high of the dealing range, equilibrium, and the extensions are the extremes. These are when you have your stop runs of liquidity. So all this liquidity here at the high was run by the extension. See that there? And similarly, all this liquidity here below the extension was run back up. Now, price does not travel in a straight line from the low of the dealing range to the high. And this is where the understanding of stacked dealing ranges really helps you. So let me just break it down into simple terms first. From the low to the high is the 729 dealing range. Now, what is the 729 dealing range made from? The 729 is made from 3 lots of 243, and I'll show you these now. So this is the middle 243. I'll do that in a different color for you guys. Above this 243, we obviously have another 243, and we'll shift upwards so you can see that. So this is the upper 243 or the premium 243. This is the equilibrium 243. And then we have a 243 beneath that. Okay, this is the discount 243. Just line this up. So within the 729 dealing range, you have 3 243 dealing ranges, one above the other. The middle one is the equilibrium. We have the premium, we have the discount. What is the concept of the stacked dealing ranges? Okay. Because price does not travel in a straight line through the low of the dealing range to the high, it tends to traverse these smaller dealing ranges first. So you will normally see a fractal algorithm playing out on a 243. You'll see a fractal in this 243 and you'll see a fractal here. However, what I'm going to share with you today is you will also have a fractal algorithm playing out within the bottom 243 dealing ranges. So these are the stacked dealing ranges. So you'll typically see algorithms playing out within these two. Now, how would you determine this? So if we delete the 729 and hide the indicator, these are 2 243 dealing ranges stacked on top of each other. If we go down to a lower time frame, you'll see that when this algorithm completed, the top of the stacked dealing range then acted as support until we finally ran the top of the 729. I'll just show you that again. There we go. And we hit the extension. So how do you use these? So firstly, if you know that you're running within a higher time frame dealing range, such as the 729, what you can do is you can fractalize it. So this is the low of the 729, this is the high. And what I typically do is I use my thirds fib. This shows me the discount fractal dealing range, the equilibrium, and the high. And I care about these two for the stacked dealing ranges. So once I know where the top of the stacked is, I can then run a Goldbach fib. which I call the IPDA. I know this is complex, but if you get the book and join Hoppy's Discord, you'll get more information on this. Now, if we drop down to the 1 hour time frame, we will see our old friend, algo 2, playing out. So once again, we now have the low of the dealing range is here, the high is here. These are two stacked 243s playing within the 729. The bottom is the rejection block, order block. There is your fair value gap. Just pricing one way. We dip back into the fair value gap GP level. And then we terminated at the high of the stacked dealing range. So there are multiple ways to trade Goldbach. You can trade the higher time frame dealing range, which in this case will be the 729 for the daily time frame. You can play the fractal dealing ranges, which are the 3 discount, equilibrium, and premium 243s. Or you can play the stacked dealing ranges, which would be the discount of the range and the equilibrium. If you would like to learn more about stacked dealing ranges, then there's a link to Hoppy's Goldbach official text in the description of this video. If you would like to learn how I trade using my time and price golden bullet strategy for index futures, forex, crypto, metals, and energies, there's a link to my mentorship below.